Hello, this is Alessandrina with Dexter and Alessandrina. And today I'm going to answer a wonderful question that one of my clients was asking me, and I feel it can be so helpful to many others. And the question essentially is, why do we get distracted? So we have an aversion to our own distractions, our process of distraction. And if we have any aversion to our process of distraction and an attachment to not being distracted, so aversion and attachment are two sides of the same coin. Any aversion that you have, there's an attachment to something else. Any attachment that you have, there's going to be an aversion to it not being the way that it is, instead of just equanimity and being okay either way. Now, being okay either way doesn't mean not making conscious choices, not operating from alignment. It simply means that you know what you want and you know what your intention is, and you work towards achieving that intention. You align yourself with it, and you're also not averse if you don't get to experience it, because you're not afraid of not experiencing it. And that's very important. If we have fear of not experiencing something that we really want and feel that we need to experience it, as a process often to avoid pain, essentially, the pain of not having what we want, the pain of not experiencing what we want, then we'll become very averse to not experiencing what we want, and we'll stay stuck in dynamics that are not optimal and emotions that are not pleasant and don't lead us to feel open and expansive. So why do we get distracted? It's a wonderful question. We get distracted because we're fragmented, because we have different parts of us that feel different ways, that have recorded different things about life, reality, relationship, self. And so those different parts can take us in many different directions until we become aware of them. And instead of getting distracted, we align ourselves consciously with what we want most. And then we allow ourselves to really have this experience of aligning ourselves with our intentions and our goals in life, which is very different than trying and really forcing ourselves to not be distracted and to experience life and self in a way that is whole, that said, from pressure and from stress. So it can't happen. We can't be whole. We can't be one-pointed on something if we have aversion and attachment, and if we're putting pressure on ourselves and stressing ourselves due to our attachments and aversions. So essentially, we get distracted because we're fragmented. We get distracted because those parts of us that are fragmented want different things. And the resolution of that is really getting clear on what is most fulfilling to you, what is most important to you in your life, meditating on that, exploring that, allowing yourself to really feel that, to understand what is important to you, what is meaningful to you. And then distraction won't occur as much, because you will know what is important to you, and you will be able to also and you can maybe watch the video on simplifying your life. You will be able to simplify your life in such a way that the things that used to distract you away from your core intentions, what's, your big rocks, what's most important to you, essentially that doesn't happen as much, because you've aligned yourself, and instead of being fragmented, you've really integrated yourself, and now you feel more whole and more aligned with one or several intentions that work together to bring wholeness and well-being, and really allow you to have this state of being focused, right? So focus comes from internal congruence and alignment and integration. And so if you don't fight your distractions, if you're not asking, why do I get distracted, with essentially aversion to that, and you just, become aware when you do get distracted, well, what's pulling you? Why is it pulling you in that direction? What is the belief? What is the fear? What is the misapprehension? What are you thinking? Then you can clear that and realign yourself with your choices in life, and feel good about that, and be very, very focused in such a way that things flow into your life much more easily through that focus and intentionality, and that leads to internal congruence and alignment and integration. I hope this is helpful, and sending you lots of love. And also, you can laugh at your distractions, you can be amused by them, have a sense of humor around getting distracted, and that will help a lot when we're more light and more open and not so hard on ourselves when we get distracted. Then it gives us the opportunity to really resolve it. Wishing you a wonderful day.